Then we go to Q&A. Raise your hand. We'll get a question to you.
Go ahead. We can start right away.
Who has a question?
What's the status of Jayden? What is their expectations in long term, I guess?
Yeah, he had a head injury. Was not able to come back. We'll obviously have to put him through more testing before I can accurately say whether that was concussion, non-concussion, things of that nature.
What's the biggest challenge defending Jalen Milroe?
Well, I think it's the challenge that we knew. His ability to run. We talked all week about a unit pass rush. He's elusive. I think for the most part, I think the big runs were probably the things that hurt us the most tonight.
What happened? Jacques?
The third downs, their percentage on third down, and it seemed a lot of that was Milroe quarterback draws and everything. Was it hard to adjust to that? Or
I don't think they were draws as much as they were. Yeah, I think there were much more scrambling situations. And again, I think we've seen it on both sides of the ball. You've watched Jayden in terms of scrambling. You're in a very difficult situation there. If you're dropping 8. You're rushing 3. There's big holes. If you're spying, you're short in coverage. We're fighting our tails off to get stops out there. So it's just a difficult situation when you have a quarterback that's gifted like that.
Ron?
Yeah, Brian, I know that coaches aren't allowed to request to have a play review for targeting, but the Daniels play, what did you see, and did you think it should have been reviewed by the officials?
We asked them. They said that the replay booth was reviewing it for targeting. Obviously, I don't have the ability to see that, but any time that there is contact to the head or neck area, you're thinking that there must be some form of targeting. They reviewed it. Didn't feel there was, so we moved on.
Brian?
With Milroe, did some of the things in the secondary, you were hampered obviously by injury, that kind of schemed you out of some things, and you had to cover it up with other things, so you kind of got loose?
No, I got to watch the film to know, where there was 2 times where we didn't get a particular call, where we should have been in a particular call where we would have had an end looping right into it. So there were some missed calls out there that, require a discipline of the group. Again, for me to answer like right after the game and give you a specific, we knew his strengths. We had a game plan that we felt that would address it. But we are limited in some of the things that we can do, and didn't want to get into a lot of man situations.
What happened to where Jayden was able to get back out there briefly after getting hurt?
He was evaluated, was cleared, and then came back, and they looked at him again and felt like he wasn't prepared to go back into the game and held him out of the game. Those are decisions that are made by our medical team.
Is there just too much pressure on your offense, even playing at the high level they're playing at, when you're just giving up that many points? And like the turnover, Jayden.
The turnover hurt. Look, I mean, we're playing a top 10 team on the road. You can't play good. We played good tonight. Good's not good enough. You have to play elite when you go on the road and play a top 10 team. Good's not good enough. And we didn't play at a high enough level. If we don't throw the interception, we go down and score. I mean, then they're going, wow, that Alabama defense gave up a lot of points. It was a game that we needed to play better. We needed to coach better. And we knew we were going on the road and playing a top 10 team in their place, and you got to play better, and you got to coach better when you get those opportunities, and we just didn't reach that elite level tonight.
Ed?
Coach, what did you think of your tackling
I thought at halftime I put 3 things up on the board. I thought if our eye discipline was better, if I thought our leverage on the football was better, and we tackled better in the second half, we could win the game. And we went. Obviously, we were tied at the half, and none of those 3 things showed up to be better than good. They needed to be elite, and they weren't.
Bryce?
Coach, right over here, you had obviously some pre-snap issues, snap infractions. Anything that you can pinpoint right now, or is that something you have to go kind of back in the film and see?
Look, we've got an experienced center who, is really good, and they got a big nose tackle on him. It was really loud. It's no excuse, but it goes into what I'm saying. You can't have those mistakes and expect to go to Tuscaloosa and beat Alabama with those kinds of mistakes. So we've got to get better at it. We've got to prepare better. We've got to coach our players better in those situations when we go on the road in these kinds of environments. So when we get another chance to go on the road and play a top 10 team, we play at a higher level. We can't just play good. Good's going to get you beat against teams like this.
Cobble?
What did you think of your linebacker play, specifically in the second half?
Oh, my God. You guys are killing me. I mean, the specifics that you ask, I respect. I really do. But it's so hard for me. I mean, I'm trying to coach guys on the field. Like, there were some fits there that needed to be better. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Those guys in there played their tails off for LSU. They played hard. They played to win. But they didn't play mistake-free. There were too many missed tackles. We had too many drops. We had a turnover. And that's just not good enough at the end of the day when you play a top 10 team on the road.
Okay, we got time for 2 more. Seth and then Wilson.
Speaking of playing hard off, can we just talk about Jayden's performance in this game?
I mean, I think he's indicative of what I'm talking about. I mean, he was good tonight. He wasn't, he wasn't great. He would like to be considered great every week. He was good. He was good. He was really good. And he's tough. The runs that he had tonight were outstanding runs that kept drives alive. I mean, if he's not out there, we're not even in the game. I mean, he made a difference. But I'm sure there's going to be some things that he would like to do better as well.
Wilson.
On Jayden's interception particularly, was there a certain problem that led to it, or was it just the play by Dallas Turner that kind of...
No, we were running a quick slant. So, your arm angle changes a little bit. A lot of those throws are well-timed throws that get blocked. And, again, he just timed it up, got his hands up, and got the deflection.
Thank you, Coach.
Good.